Judge Aileen Cannon in Florida has dismissed the indictment against Donald Trump in this classified documents case and his co-defendants on the grounds that the appointment of the special counsel.
Kind of incredible that this is happening, but Judge Aileen Cannon, a Trump-appointed judge, has just made the crazy decision to dismiss the classified documents case. And this is a case that many experts consider to be the most damaging to Trump. So this is a real shock. Here's why she did it. And then I'm going to show you some live reactions and what folks online are thinking.
On the grounds that the appointment of the special counsel violated the appointments clause of the Constitution.
Now, on that point, Empty Wheel, who, by the way, is a great follow, no idea who this person is, but they know their stuff when it comes to legal context, says that she claims there has been little judiciary scrutiny of this, ignoring the 4 precedents and Hunter Biden's similar challenge rejected by 2 Trump appointees. So, in other words, this is not a new challenge that Trump put forth that this is unconstitutional. It's been tried before, and each and every time those challenges were rejected. So that doesn't really fly here. And as someone else has said, this will be appealed. Go to the 11th Circuit Court. And as Kyle Griffin said on Twitter, Judge Cannon, a Trump appointee, has been overruled multiple times by the 11th Circuit Court of Appeal. So this is not over and done yet, but this certainly will delay justice. It's going to delay justice. Let's go back to that clip.
This is an issue that has been litigated in other special counsels, has never succeeded, but Judge Aileen Cannon has accepted the arguments of the defense that the appointment of Jack Smith and other special counsels, by inference, has been improper and illegal. And I'll just read you briefly from the opinion here. She says, the bottom line is this: the appointments clause is a critical constitutional restriction stemming from the separation of powers, and it gives to Congress a considered role in determining the propriety of vesting appointment power for inferior officers. The government's position, she says, effectively usurps that important legislative authority, transferring it to a head of department. Let me translate that. The Attorney General appoints the special counsel. There's no law, there's no act of Congress establishing the office of special counsel after the independent counsel law went away. What Donald Trump's lawyers argued is that that's improper. The special counsel has a lot of power. He should be established by law and confirmed by the Senate, and he's not. And Judge Aileen Cannon has accepted that argument and dismissed this indictment.
And for what it's worth, if this were to happen, if this were all go through, this would be accepted by everyone, then Hunter Biden's case would be dismissed too. So that's how outrageous this is. More on this clip.
Now, this is very likely to be appealed by the special counsel to the circuit court. It may go all the way up to the Supreme Court. And what's really interesting here, Jose, is in the immunity opinion, Judge Clarence Thomas filed a concurrence where he raised this issue, and he all but said that he believed that the appointment of Jack Smith and other special counsels was unconstitutional under the appointments clause. And many of us said at the time that was in essence giving Judge Cannon a leg to stand on here if she wanted to rule in this direction, which no other judge, Jose, no other judge has ruled. And now she's done that, and she has dismissed the indictment in the classified documents case against Donald Trump.
No other judge has ever done this. No other judge has ever done this. I mean, let's just say it, Donald Trump is the luckiest son of a bitch alive. So whether you love him or hate him, that is just a fact now. But this is not done. This is not over. It does feel like that this was kind of baked in, pre-planned. Aileen Cannon went undercover, talked to Roger Stone, and Roger Stone said, quote, "The judge is on the verge of dismissing the charges against Trump in Florida, and they have a, quote, lawyer and judge's home phone number standing by." So I believe that to be true. This was, talked about rigged. This was kind of, the fix was in all along, the way the judge has been handling this case, delaying, denying. And then let's just get to this one final point, and that's from Kyle Griffin that says, there is nothing in Judge Cannon's ruling that speaks to the merits of the Trump classified document case. Yeah, so this is all procedural. In other words, that she's not saying that he didn't do the thing. It's just that it can't be, she's saying that the way in which it was brought forward is unconstitutional. Obviously, that is a crazy way of looking at the law. seems like the law is just made up. I think that's what Trump has kind of shown to all of us, that these judges are just making stuff up now. There's no such thing as precedent anymore. And secondly, I don't know why she made this decision at this time, but not very smart, because the country was kind of rallying around Trump a little bit. There kind of was like this really gross moment of like trying to moralize Trump and trying to humanize him.
You know, you shared the very devastating news, Sean, about Melania's mom, and I have had the pleasure of meeting her and her husband. And I think we all have to remember, as human beings, as Americans, Democrats, Republicans, this is a human being, and we all have family. And when you lose a loved one, you are still a person. And I think the American people forget that Donald Trump is a person with a family who is fighting the fight, but also has real life happening.
And this just kind of brings forward again the malfeasance of Trump and his administration, and his kind of his kind of inability to follow the law and do anything and everything that he thinks he can. And so if I'm Trump, I'm pissed at this right now, because couldn't she have waited a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? There was absolutely no reason for her to do it today. And so not everyone, I mean, not me. There are a lot of people sympathizing for Trump, and this kind of cuts through that or reminds a lot of folks that Trump is a bad person who does bad things and is not thinking about the best way to lead the country, is only thinking about how he can help himself. So it might not be great in terms of, you know, the law and how we structure things legally in this country. It might not be great for, you know, precedent, but in terms of a political narrative, I think this is a win for the good guys, because it kind of reminds everyone that Trump is a criminal.
I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?